Happy New Year, my fellow Nigerians, both home and abroad. Men and women of courage, brothers and sisters at home, and those in diaspora. Today, I stand before you, not as a member of the political elite, but as a son of the soil, a Nigerian who feels your pain, who lives your reality, and refuses to accept suffering as our destiny. I'm not here as a Yoruba man, or Igbo man, or Hausa man, but as a Nigerian who saw that the people's suffering has no ethnic tone, no tribal look, but all Nigerians, irrespective of their tribe or religion affiliation, are suffering. I am here today to declare my intention to run for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2027. I do so because Nigerians are suffering. I do so because Nigeria is bleeding. And I do so because silence is no longer an option. Over the past years, especially the last 2 years, Nigerians have been pushed to the brink by policies that show little consideration for human survival. The removal of fuel subsidy by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu without adequate preparation or safety nets unleashed untold hardship and overnight crisis to Nigeria. Because overnight, fuel prices skyrocketed, transportation costs multiplied, food prices became unbearable, rent increased, electricity prices rose, and every household item became luxuries. Today, millions of Nigerians must choose between feeding their families and not transporting themselves to work if they still have jobs. The naira-dollar unification and reckless devaluation destroyed purchasing power. Traders who depend on imports collapsed. Parents paying school fees abroad and even locally were crushed. Businesses shut down. Jobs disappeared. Renewed hope of President Ahmed Tinubu failed and faded. Nigeria became poorer overnight, while a few became rich. Even after removing subsidy, this administration of President Ahmed Tinubu has borrowed more money than any president in the last 64 years of Nigeria's existence. My fellow Nigerians, to top it all, we are no longer safe in our own country. A nation where we used to be our brothers' keepers now turned to a nation where we are now our brothers' killers. Kidnapping has become an industry. Bandits and terrorists move freely. Farmers cannot go to their farms. Children are abducted in school from time to time. Nigerians have fears in their mind and travel with fears in the nation. Many Nigerians in diaspora now so scared to go home to visit their nation, not even with their children. Worse still, the government negotiates and pays ransom to terrorists, empowering criminals, instead of decisively crushing them. This has turned Nigeria into a nation where crime pays and citizens suffer. A government that cannot protect life of its citizens has failed its basic duty. They failed their basic duty. The late Army General Sani Abacha said, if terrorism continues more than 24 or 48 hours, it means someone, an insider from government is involved. Education in Nigeria has no value anymore. Not because Nigerians are lazy, but because the system has been destroyed. Graduates roam the street without jobs. Youth unemployment has reached historic and embarrassing level. Degrees no longer guarantee dignity. Talent is wasted. And dreams are buried. A nation that abandons its youth, a nation that abandons its youth, is signing its own death warrant. In Nigeria today, medical emergencies have turned to death sentences. Hospitals lack equipment. Doctors are underpaid and overworked. Patients die daily because there is no care, there is no draw and no compassion. Yet, those in government Those who should fix the system travel abroad for medical treatment, including the president himself, who has embarked on multiple medical travels abroad, while Nigerian hospitals decay. How can government that refuses to trust its own hospitals expect citizens to survive in them? Nigerians has over 150 million helpless and hopeless people, abandoned by those sworn to protect them. However, let me speak honestly. During last election time in 2022 in Labour Party, I played a role in allowing the ticket to Mr. Peter Obi. Nigerians believe in a new path. Many sacrificed. Many hoped. Many tried all the best they can because they want a new nation. Today, that same man has joined a coalition of the very politicians who brought Nigeria to its knees, claiming they want to fix what they destroyed. Nigerians must ask, can the arsonists become the firefighters? Can the destroyers of the nation now become the builders? Does Nigeria needs recycled politicians that are responsible for our woes to always present themselves as alternative? Do we always need the same people to keep grouping and regrouping under so-called coalition, only when they are not at the center of those given access to devote our commonwealth? Note that all of the people that gathered under the so-called coalition today are the same people that gathered in 2014 under APC coalition, only to grab power for their selfish interests. And we can see how they have pushed Nigeria into dungeon. A terrible dungeon, as the case may be. And funny enough, the same set of people are gathered again under so-called coalition. The first was APC, now it's ADC. The difference is just the P and the D. Must we continue to follow the same old politician, same set of people who destroy the country, as if we all don't know what to do? On this note, I want to remind those following political events freely in Nigeria that towards the build-up for 2022-23 election, I was ready to contest as president under the Labour Party. I bought my forms and I did everything qualified enough to become Labour Party presidential candidate. But when Mr. Peter Obi came to the Labour Party for general interest of Nigeria, I, Fadojoe Joseph, popularly known as Fadojoe, stepped down for Peter Obi during the primary in Asaba and stood beside him to lift his hands before the delegate without any conditions because of my love and burning desires for Nigeria. Nigeria needs rescue. Nigeria needs a generational shift of power. But now, it is time for our leaders to pass the baton. I have come as a Joseph of this generation, a nation going through as much famine like the land of Egypt. And I'm ready for God to use me with the support of people of Nigeria to liberate and rescue a nation of ours that needs one so badly. The same leaders who told us we are leaders of tomorrow all cling to power, even in their old ages. It is time for Nigeria people to choose a new path. It is time for people to say enough is enough. My fellow Nigerians, the 2027 election will not be business as usual. It will not be APC versus ADC. It will not be politicians versus politicians. It will be the people versus the political class. And the people must be ready. Ready to organize. Ready to unite. Ready to take up their country and have their country back lawfully, peacefully, and courageously. That is why today, with humility and determination, I offer myself to lead this rescue and rescue mission in 2027. Hence, I surrender myself to contest for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the 2027 general elections coming. Not because I am perfect, but because Nigeria deserves better. And together, we will build a rescue movement of workers, of youths, of mothers, professionals, of farmers, traders, students, and Nigerians in the diaspora. Our slogans say it all. Nigeria, a nation that has everything, yet lacks everything. But it does not have to remain so. Let me be clear. No individual can finance a presidential election alone, especially not without godfathers or those who have studied so much the weight of our nation. This movement will be funded by the people of Nigeria, both home and abroad. This movement will be sustained by the people of Nigeria. And this movement will be driven by the people of Nigeria. I call on Nigerians both home and abroad to join in, to rally behind us, to contribute, to help us to organize, and to mobilize. It is time for our leaders to pass the baton to younger generation like us to run the country. Our ship is wrecking, and the time to defend our nation is now. If it is by experience, those who are leading us have the best experience in the world, but it's not working. Because to run a nation, you need a passion, you need a patriotism, and you need a good judgment. My fellow Nigerians, this is our moment, the period to choose the type of nation we want going forward in 2027. A new Nigeria, or a nation of same old politician. This is our fight. This is our rescue. Let us come together. Let us rise together and reclaim our nation. I'm calling on every Nigerian, both home and abroad, to join me. Let's rescue our country together. And yes, we can. It's a country that has everything, but lack everything. May God bless you. God bless me, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.